after 43 years. Hey, man, what the hell? Wait, stop. Where the hell are we?
I think this is where the big dance is going to happen, isn't it?
Oh, shit. It is. We're here. We're at ANZ Stadium.
Formerly known as Telstra Stadium.
And we're only, a couple of days out from the big game. The Melbourne Storm versus your boys, the Penny Panthers. I mean, what a remarkable season for you guys, man.
I mean, did I not say it, though?
Hey, you did.
I said it from the start.
I can't deny that.
And we're still getting doubters.
Oh, yeah. We got one especially missing here, but he got lost on the way. But, man, what a game this is going to be. The two best teams all year, you'd agree, right?
On table, yeah. Two best teams all year. I feel like this is this the first time that two consecutive grand finals with this much excitement behind them, or has there been consecutive grand finals where you just...
Yeah, it's the underdog. It's not the underdog, but like the team you love to hate, and the team, the fairy tale team. Last year it's Canberra. This year it's your boys, and it's the typical two that always make it: the Roosters and the Storm. They always hated. Probably less so now with the Melbourne Storm, but
yeah, because there's I mean, you can't take anything away from them. They're still probably one of the best teams in the comp, or they are one of the best teams in the comp right now.
No, of course.
But without that Cameron Smith, without that Cooper Cronk and Billy Slater element, you start to think maybe you can beat these guys in the big stage. And yeah, look, it's I'm excited, mate. I'm excited.
Yeah, mate. And I mean, 17 in a row, Penrith. They officially equal the Bulldogs' legal record.
Sus.
They break everything's fallen into place for you guys. 18 in a row, maybe on Sunday. 100th game for Nathan Cleary. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look, I'm going to get into that, but before that, we had a bit of controversy yesterday. The Dally M Awards. Jack Wyden winning an unexpected victory, so to speak, pipping the likes of Gutho and Nathan Cleary, who we really thought was going to win it.
I mean, everyone thought they were going to win it.
Everyone thought so. Look, I'm not angry about Jack winning it. I'm angry about the way it happened. You know what I mean? I mean, firstly, it got leaked. I mean, that was ridiculous. That was so stupid. But then the way if you look specifically at the games that he polled 3 points in, I mean, come on. And Cleary, and he didn't play the last round, Jack, and he still won.
Look,
I know you're pissed.
It's not that I have anything against Jack Wyden. I mean, it's well documented from Tony that he's not my ideal player for Origin, and I don't rate him as much as Tony does. But I think he's a good player. I think he's a good bloke. I just don't think he was the best player of the league in the season. And
I mean, our mate begs to differ.
No, I think, if you go back a couple of weeks ago when we had the player awards, we pointed out that, players like, not so much Gutherson, but players like Jack Wyden could steal the Dally M, and that would expose the flawed system of the Dally M voting. And, it's come up this year, and it's shown that it is actually flawed. I mean, it's hard to argue that it's not flawed at the moment because, I mean, everyone, including us and all the experts, thought it was Cleary's one and possibly Gutho's one.
Yeah.
No one had Jack Wyden.
The way it went, I can't believe I'm saying this. Gutho got robbed. Even Cleary got robbed in a sense. I mean, they had a big game against Canterbury, but Gutho, that game against Tigers, he saved the game for them.
2 assists and one
and that tackle at the end, that saved them. That saved the game for them. I don't know. There's got to be an investigation.
There's got to bring out Jeff Tuvey.
Where's Jeff, mate? Bring Jeff back. But yeah, look, congratulations, Jack.
Congrats, mate. We don't have anything against you.
Well deserved.
Wouldn't say that.
Oh, man. Anyway, let's move on. The big game. Looking at the teams. Melbourne's unchanged from last week. And Penrith welcome back their main weapon, Viliame Kikau. What an addition he's going to be. And Brenton Aiden goes back to the starting side. Was it a bit weird that he didn't play last week?
I mean, that doesn't mean much. He was in the starting side last week. We don't know if
bit of a swerve.
Ivan Cleary is going to do the same thing.
It worked last week, but
look, I'll tell you something. I hope Naden does start because, he's been there all year and, he's earned that. However, at the same time, I do think the smarter option would be Tyrone May just because he does offer you that more in attack. He is another option there.
Yeah.
He's another ball player.
Of course.
But then again, it'll be... I think, would it be Tyrone May up against Olam?
I think it might be Brenko Lee, I think.
No, it's Olam. It's Olam.
So, I mean...
You'd want somebody that was playing all season there. Naden's a big body too, so he might be able to contain Olam a bit more than Tyrone May does. So it's, this could be a stroke of genius or what causes the downfall for Penrith, this decision?
I don't know. I think he tried it last week. It worked. And why wouldn't he go back to that? You know what I mean? Is he wasting a bench spot but like last week? Because Naden never came on. So he was on the bench and never came on. Is that going to be... Would that stuff them up coming into this week in case I got an injury and he can't fill that role, Naden? You know what I'm saying? If it went that way...
Yeah, look, I mean, who else would you put in there that could fill all those other roles?
I mean, Tyrone May's the guy, isn't he? He can play anything.
That's why he would be on the bench.
That's what I'm saying. So, surely that's the right way to go instead of what he did.
I mean, well, it kind of works the same way. I mean, if somebody had got injured, they would have just shifted Tyrone May into that position and then put Naden on the centre. So, I don't think that is that much of an issue. I do, however... I'm excited Kickout's back.
That's what I'm excited about. I don't care about anyone else about this guy, man. He was missing last week.
So I will go back to that Naden Brian Doyle combination. Craig Bellamy's one of the smartest coaches in the game. Trent Robertson exposed a part of the Penrith Panthers that Rabbitohs did not, which I was surprised, which was Brian Doyle's wing and those crossfield kicks.
Don't give anything away. What are you helping?
I don't
Craig,
think.
mate, what's wrong with
I
you?
don't
Watch
think.
this.
I don't think I'm
Hey,
smart. I don't think I'm smarter than Craig Bellamy.
Yeah,
so
watch, mate.
But yeah, so I think the benefit of having Naden there is Naden is good under the high ball.
A good switch.
Exactly. When it comes to that sort of situation, just switch it in that side. Let Naden take those. I mean, it's the grand final. Yeah. I'm sure Brian Doyle will be more happy with coming away with that wing, that ring, than having his ego slot down a bit. So I think it's a big decision. If Ivan Cleary and Trent Barrett decide, read how Craig Bellamy is going to play this game, I think that's going to determine how this game is won. Look, I'm very optimistic. I know. Look, I know Melbourne are the favourites. Rightfully so, they are the favourites. They've been on this stage over the last 15 years. 7-9 times?
Yeah.
So
3 times illegally that no one likes to point out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So they know how they know how to come into this game. They know all sorts of what they need to do to come away with that victory. But again, Cronulla, they had this situation with Cronulla. Cronulla was that team that had a great season, and they versed Melbourne in that grand final, and
Yeah. And they had no Slade, I remember. But, they had a pretty good team still, Melbourne. And
Melbourne.
It was very close. Look, I don't think anyone denies that's going to be a close game. That's for sure. I think that's guaranteed.
Well, look, I mean, both teams are capable of running away with it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I'd be shocked if it was a dominant performance.
I will be shocked.
You know what I mean?
I will be shocked, but it's not impossible.
Nah. But I mean, more so, these guys match up very well. And I think you're talking about that tactical switch there, whether that's going to be the difference. I think the difference is going to be the halves. I think that's where the game's going to be won and lost. Who controls the kicking game? Who controls the simple stuff? Kick chase, get into last, directing their team to the right spots. I think that's going to be the main thing that gets whoever's team over the line. I think personally, Penrith's in a stronger position because I don't think Karen Munster's that guy that likes to organise. He plays off the cuff. Jerome Hughes is very similar to Munster, but he's done his role unbelievably well. Cleary, man, it comes down to Cleary. Luai's going to do his thing, but Cleary, it's going to come down to him.
Yeah,
whether he controls that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the halves are going to play a big part. It's also going to come into the dummy half role. It's going to, but that's just a situation where, if the opportunity presents itself, that's where Cameron Smith and Api Kurasau have to just, seize the opportunity where they can. Uppy had a blinder last week. He did what he needed to do to put his team in that position to win.
They're both very good at that.
Both very good at that, and they're both.
That's why they kind of cancel each other out because they're very good at doing their role there. They know what they're doing. So.
And if it doesn't come up, if what the team needs from you on that day is to just feed your halves and get them, give them the ball when they want it, then that's what they'll both do. You know what I mean? So it all comes down to what opportunities arise for those dummy halves to seek, and that comes down to the forward pack. And both Penrith and Melbourne have a great forward pack.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we talk about the halves, we talk about the dummy halves. It could also be one in the forward pack too. There's so many different.
See, the thing is, for me, you look at last week's games. You look at Penrith. They blew how many opportunities to score? They should have been up by honestly 20, 30 points by half time.
Yeah.
And they stuffed those. You can't do that against a Melbourne side.
You can't.
But Melbourne, after they went to that quick start, if you realise the last 60 minutes, they lost 10-6 to Canberra. So they really didn't. They really kind of either took their foot off the gas or they really struggled to consolidate the game. Canberra were poor. Let's not make a mistake about that. Canberra were poor. If they were a little bit better, they might expose them a little bit.
Well, I think a part of that was probably because they knew the game was won.
Yeah.
And they decided, let's not take too many risks. We've got a grand final to look at. So, let's be a bit more conservative, and that's probably why they lost that scoreline towards the end.
Even the first 20 minutes of the second half, before they scored their try, Canberra on top of them the whole time. And I thought Canberra, man, if they can get 1-2 tries here, they could scare them. They didn't. They weren't good enough because they kept squandering the opportunities. But like I said, if Penrith do the same thing, they miss the opportunities against Melbourne. Melbourne make them pay for it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think from the plus side for Penrith fans and also the young Penrith team that they're playing is that preliminary final was so intense.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? They would have learned a lot from that, and they will take that into this game.
That and the first game against Roosters.
And the Roosters, yeah. So if they, it's
the perfect setup for this game for them. Perfect practice because they've gotten through those moments.
If they just coasted past the Rabbitohs, then they wouldn't have felt that pressure.
Or the Roosters.
They wouldn't have felt that pressure. They felt what it's like to be under pressure against good teams.
And they got through it, and they won.
Let's not forget that. How many points did Rabbitohs score in the second half over the last 3-4 rounds?
Yeah, a lot, maybe 100 or something.
They held them to what, 12 in the second half?
Yeah.
Like they, as much as they blew tries defensively, they were great.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, what's his name, Allen?
That was luck. Yeah.
I'll say it's skill.
It was skill, but I think I think he pulled his hammy, but
better than half of the A-League players. I'll tell you that.
There you go. You said it, bro, not me.
But yeah, look,
it's better than our cameraman. I don't know, bro.
But yeah, look, I'm really excited. It's going to be a great game. I obviously hope Penrith Panthers get that victory, but from what it's looking, it's not going to disappoint.
No, it's not. And I can't wait either, man. I can't wait. They're at full strength. Like
both teams.
Man, both teams are like, there's no excuses. This is it.
Hopefully there's no injuries mid-game. That's probably the only thing that can...
Our favourite referee is going to ref it.
Jared Sutton?
Yep.
I can't believe... I found out his brother is the head of...
boss, yeah, of course. No corruption
conflict of interest there, no.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, but anyway, good luck to him. Tips. Let's go.
Oh, look, like I said from the start, Melbourne are the favourites, but as a Penrith supporter, I've backed them all year. We're going to hopefully break that 18, that 17 winning streak to make it 18. Get that record and then win the grand final. So, come on, the Penny Panthers.
Look, man, my heart says Penrith.
But your brain says?
But my brain says Melbourne, bro. I'm going Melbourne.
I'm not going to argue with that, mate.
Melbourne by 2 because, look, I've seen this before. Canterbury did it in 2012. They had a great run that year. I thought they were going to beat Melbourne. Nah, didn't happen.
Look, I mean...
I've seen it before. Parramatta, it happens at Parramatta.
Take Penrith out of this grand final, I'd tip Melbourne too. Just because they are they've been there.
If anyone can do it, it's Penrith. If the Bunnies got through, they would have got smashed this week, 100%. But Penrith's going to make it a game. They can win. I'm not saying they're going to win, but something tells me Cameron Smith's last game, Gerard Sutton's his best mate. It's going to be a 2-point victory. Melbourne's going to win this. They're going to break your hearts, man.
Who's Clive Churchill?
Bloody Cameron Smith.
You reckon?
Everything, mate. Give him everything. It deserves it all. Enjoy the game. Is that it? Anything else?
I'll go Jerome Luai, Clive Churchill.
Jerome Luai, Clive Churchill. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to my backyard.
Or Viliami Kikau.
Viliami Kikau. That's a special. Take care. Enjoy the game.